really bad. There's nothing I can do about the connection. If you can even hear me talking right now. But, yeah. Juliana service, getting this one up and over from the back line. Samantha Cooper able to find his way forward. Alyssa throws this one far side. Sayla there with a slap up and across from the back line. Let go, out of bounds. Panthers claiming the first point of the match. Good eye by Martha Depew. Juliana Toth there serving this one up and over from the back line. Maria getting a hand on that one and running after that one. Caitlin not quite able to get underneath it in time to return it. And the Panthers have a 2-0 lead early on in game one. I'm not sure how long these batteries will last. I forgot to charge them from last night's multiple games. But we're going to see what happens. And if it comes down to it, I'll just cry in a corner a little bit. I don't know. Elisa throws this one far side. Cassandra with a slapper. Kept alive by Caitlin from the back line. Finds Alyssa. Tipped over the netting. Caught in the net, though. Panthers receive their third point of the match. Number 7, Alyssa Waters, looking for that tip, but a little too close to the netting. Makes contact and caught with her hand in the cookie jar, if you will. Juliana service up and over, shallow. Caitlin returns it to the Panthers side. Juliana keeps this one alive. Cassandra there with the secondary will finish off the play. Cooper here with it now. Was able to throw this one far side. Sayla there with a slapper, able to throw that one into the next county over and lands out of bounds. Panthers receive their fourth point of the match. Juliana serving this one right down the middle. Backline, Cooper receives that one, finds Alyssa with the set, throws this one into the middle. Sayla slaps that one past the block of Elisa and Katrina there to throw it to the Eagle paint. Sayla there getting that one to the Panthers side. Monica finding Elisa, throws this one far side where Cassandra will meet and greet that one, throws it over. Cooper receives, finds Alyssa. Throws it into the middle and Reap there with the over-the-shoulder bump completes that play. Juliana able to find Elisa, back to the back line. Katrina there with a slapper, hits the top white line, the top white border of the netting and does not pass go. Score is now 1-4 in favor of the Panthers. Service able to get that one up and over. Alyssa Waters with a service ace. Cuts that lead down to 2. Alyssa slapping this one down the middle. Katrina receives that one. Elisa gets this one near side. Monica there with a slapper into the back corner, and she'll score. And the crowd goes mild. Ooh. Panthers up by 3 now, 5-2 the current score. Cami Coleman here to serve it up. Snaps this one up and across like a glow stick. Cooper with the receiving touch. Alyssa able to throw this one far side. Sailor there to dig that one out of the gutters. Coleman finding Elisa on the front line, throws that one far side. Martha there with the slapper into the back line. Kept alive by Caitlin. There's a fly around me. Excuse the paper waving. Monica with the receiving touch. Elisa throws this one near side where Monica will slap this one down. Kept alive by Maria in the back line. Secondary by Caitlin, I believe. Brief there in an awkward situation. Gets a little dizzy and not quite able to make solid contact. Panthers up 6-2. Cami Coleman there with the line drive. Shallow side inbounds, but just barely. But barely is enough for a point. Coleman with a line drive down the middle, off the face of Cooper, looking for Reap, not quite able to get it there. Back whenever I played baseball, my dad always said, if you don't catch it with your glove, you catch it with your face. And I think that rule applied in that play. Coleman there with a little bit of a long service, and that one a lane out of bounds by half of a foot. That might vary in difference whenever it comes to size, depending on what size of shoe you wear, but nonetheless, it's roughly that. Just take my word for it. 8-3, Sailor with the service, just clearing the netting. Monica there with the return, but not able to keep that one in bounds. The lead is cut down to 4. Sailor Barnett with another service. Service able to make this one up and over down the middle. Juliana returns a favor, and a little bit of miscommunication between Cassie Reap and Maria Haney will result in the ball unreturned. Panthers up 9-4. Underhanded service from Armour, able to get this one up and over. Caitlin finds Alyssa, throws this one far side. Haney there with a slap up and across with the right hand diving play by Toth, keeps it alive. Katrina finding his way to Monica, tips it over with the fingertips, and she'll find the defense sleeping there in that area. A lot of times, if you just tip that one past the spike, there's no one there to back her up. And Monica knows that. 6 points is the difference. Taylor receives this one, able to find Alyssa, throws this one far side. Maria there with a slap up and across with the right hand. Katrina with that receiving, or the secondary touch. Coleman not quite able to get that one upward enough to clear the net, and we have a 5-point differential in favor of the Panthers. Cassie Reap here, number 16 in the royal blue. The underhanded service up and over. Martha able to find Katrina, thrown back to Coleman in the middle, and she'll tip that one over the netting. Maria with the first, Alyssa with the second, and that'll complete that. Martha throws it into the middle. Katrina dumps off. Diving play by Haney, not quite able to get there in time, and the Panthers will pick up tally number 11 here in game number 1. Monica Depew here, number 11 in the Panther jersey. You're going to serve this one up. Can't really call it colors because they're both the same. Line drive, Katrina there helping that one along, and we'll play on maybe, not for too long. No training wheels on the service. Haney there with the fist, not quite able to get that one over the netting. Panthers up 12-6. Well, I'm just going to re-upload this after the broadcast is over. Martha Depew with a very nice service ace. That'll be the Panthers' 13th point of the match. 13-6 is the current score. We're back on. All right. The internet is just awful. Martha Depew here serving it up and over. Sailor getting a hand on that one. Katrina there dumping that one off. Goes off of Waters and down uncompleted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my hard drive and we'll record whatever we broadcast, and then I'll just re-upload that so I don't have to edit anything when I go home. Beautiful line drive into the netting by Martha. We'll give the Eagles their 7th tally of game 1. 14-7 the current score. Sam Cooper here with the underhand are able to get this one up and over. Juliana able to find Katrina, throws this one near side where Cassandra will slap this one up in a cross-diving play. Josie not quite able to get there in time, and the Panthers will pick up point number 15. Or during the next time out, I don't know. We'll figure it out. The church's internet just really doesn't want to do anything right now. Katrina, they're getting that one up and over. Cooper from the back line finds its way forward. Alyssa finding Salo. That will tip this one past the netting. Coleman there with the receiving touch. Elise able to back set this one over to Monica, and she'll send and clear that one herself. Alyssa throws this one far side. Salo with a slapper. From the back line, Coleman with the receiving touch. Elisa throws this one near side. Juliana Tother with a slapper. Inbounds by the faintest of margins, but it is enough. Substitution is called. Elizabeth Heitzenreiter, number 5, coming on in spot of Juliana Toth, number 1. Katrina Eisler line drive right side goes off of Osterling and out of bounds. We got a 17-7 game in our hands. Panthers in the lead by 10. Katrina Eisler, they're serving this one up and over. Lands out of bounds. We got an 8-17 game in our hands. Cassie Reap coming back in spot of the libero. And we'll have Caitlin Waters here to serve this up underhanded. Katrina with the receiving touch finds Elisa, bumps this one back into the play. Cassandra there to finish off that play. Diving play by Maria will finish that back to the Panther side. Backside over to Cassandra from Elisa. Slaps this one up in the cross, controlled by Caitlin in return. Elisa there to bump that one over with that secondary touch. Caitlin goes after it, but communication not quite there, and that causes her to back off the ball. Panthers receive their 10-point differential back, and they'll take it in stride. Serving this one up, Elizabeth Heitzenreiter. The underhanded service, able to make that one to the back line. Sam Cooper with the receiving touch finds its way into the middle. Alyssa throws this one over to Sale, slaps it up and across. Katrina with the receiving touch, able to find its way forward. Farmer not able to dump that one off as it meets the netting and then promptly the floor. We have a 9-point differential. Panthers in the lead, but Eagles not going down without a fight. Service up and over by Alyssa. Katrina receiving touch, able to find Elisa, thrown to the back line, slapped over by Martha Depew. Lands out of bounds. Both the referee and line judge agree. Alyssa there with that service. Shallow, Cassandra with the receiving touch. Armour there to dump it off. Maria there to throw it back over to the Panther territory, but does indeed land out of bounds. Panthers 6 points away from closing out game 1. And yeah, wow, the connection's not awful, but oh, it is not good.
It just went from 6,000 to 1,000.
It might have to do with how much I move the camera. I'll try to keep the camera more stiff and see if that changes anything.
Yeah, when you're like barely moving, it's all.
Alright, I'll be less animated and hope it works out. Kimmy Coleman service out of bounds, called by Gracie Heisenreiter on the far side.
You barely move, and it's outside the 925.
I really don't know what's up with it. Service by Sayla Barnett. Tips across the netting and diving play by Monica DePew, able to return that one. Alyssa Waters able to find its way over to Sam Cooper, throwing over to the Panthers side. Martha with the receiving touch. Calling for help was Armour, not quite able to get there in time with the diving play was Monica DePew. And the Panthers are up by only 8 now. Sayla Barnett there with that service to the back line. Andy Coleman not able to get underneath it in time. And that was an interesting development, if I have to say so myself. Yeah, I got no idea. I'm going to work on camera. Sayla Barnett there sending this one up. They never kept alive by Monica, thrown back by Cassie. Monica with the return. Cooper able to find Alyssa, back over to Cooper, slaps this one up and across with a little bit of hatred. Just a little bit, not a lot. Martha DePew with a nice slap up and across, but is indeed out of bounds. And the Panthers will remain at 20 as the Eagles advance to 14.
Not good. This is the team that is really bad, and you're only kicking because 6 points.
Coleman from the back line, able to find Elisa, back over to Coleman, slapped across with a little bit of speed. Goes off Caitlin and out of bounds. We got 4 serves at the least until I start recording this. And then hopefully everything will be smooth sailing from there. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Service by Elisa, controlled by Caitlin, able to find his way to Alyssa, throwing far side. Maria able to finish that one off. Katrina with the receiving touch. Martha over to Katrina once again with the over the shoulder to complete it. Sayla able to find his way forward. Alyssa throwing far side. Martha able to slap this one up, Maria slaps that one up and across. Katrina able to find its way over to Monica over the shoulder. Will complete that play to the Eagles side. Alyssa throws this one far side. Maria there slaps this one up in a cross diving play by Coleman, but not able to get there before Monica. Elisa there with a slap up and across, just out of bounds by the faintest of margins, and the Eagles will pick up point number 15. Substitution will be called for the Panthers. Ellie Hendricks will come on to play the front line in spot of Katrina Eisler. Cassie Rapier sending it up and over. Monica DePew able to find its way to Ellie, back over to Monica on the far side. Slaps this one up and across, left out, off the defense. All brakes, no gas. Panthers pick up point number 22 here in game 1. Service by Monica up and over from the back line. Haney able to return this to the Panther side. Punched across by Hendricks, and she'll score. Panthers 2 points away from closing out game number 1. 23-15 is the current score. I've been doing that weird emphasis thing where you pronounce your nouns all weird, like you know how newscasters do? Like,
yeah.
It's weird how you think about stuff like that. And I really don't like it. Martha with a nice slap up and across. She'll score, claiming the Panthers' match point opportunity here. I don't want to be too loud. Yeah. Everyone can hear me in this building.
Yeah.
Monica DePew with a nice service. Haney able to get a hand on that one. Able to find Alyssa throwing short side. Cooper there with a nice step up and across. Goes off Heisenreiter. Diving play by Coleman. Almost throws it to me. I would have been happy to be part of that play, but no. All right, I see how it is. I don't take that personally.
I love how since I could only see through the camera, I was like, like,
Well, that's going to do it for game number 1. Panthers take the first game of the best of 5 series, 25-16. We'll go to a 3-minute intermission, and hopefully Armstrong will give us a better connection. I don't know what else to do. But yeah, I don't, yeah.
Come on.
Juliana Toth there with the service up and over. Waters getting that one forward. Alyssa there with the dump off, able to control this one. Is Henrik's able to find Elisa thrown back to Monica, slapped across. Goes off of Maria up into the upstairs. Simeon's up there. He's going to be the man to go get that one because I'm not getting off this lift. My man. Score's 2-1. You can hit the A button. And that'll reset the score.
See, I'm stupid. So.
No, it's a learning process. That's yeah. Yeah, please stop learning, then life's just boring.
Too many buttons.
Cooper able to find his way to Alyssa, able to throw it into the middle. Barnett with a nice attack to the back line. Juliana receiving that one. Henrik's able to throw this one up into the air. Elisa there with a tip-off. Cooper with a nice diving play, returns it, but is indeed out of bounds. Panthers up 3-1. All right. If the connection doesn't want to work, fine. Have it your way. Juliana Taut there, serving this one up and over. Cooper able to find his way to Alyssa, thrown into the middle. Barnett there, slapping this one up in a cross-diving play by Katrina, able to find its way forward. Armour able to throw this one near side where Monica will receive that one, hit into the net, and will be on return. What happened?
This play. No, when I tried to see if the Ethernet cable was loose or not.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was messing with.
Yeah, it's a fair assumption. Ethernet might have been bad, but yeah. I'm just happy the second camera is not acting up as well. Because then literally everything except the camera I hold would be broken. Because my spirits are, I don't know if you've noticed in the tone of my voice, but yeah. Nice attack from Ellie Henrik's there. Able to find a gap in the defense and snap it in there. Cami Coleman here to serve this one up. Able to send this one up and over, kept alive by Sayle, able to find its way into the hands of Alyssa, throwing far side. Maria there slapping this one up and across from the back line. Katrina able to find Monica, able to throw this one near side where Elisa will not be able to get a solid hand on that. We have a tie ball game between the Eagles and Panthers all at 4. Underhanded bypass to Reap. Shallow. Martha receives that one. Monica with the secondary. Juliana with the finalization. I think I know why the Panthers aren't dominating as much as we expected them to be. Alright, that's inexcusable. But yeah, if you've noticed, everyone's playing a different position than what they normally do. Monica's setting instead of Elisa.
Yeah, what is with this throwing monkey wrenches into the pond?
They think it's fun. That's the reasoning.
Yeah, I don't care. It's fun to win and dominate them while you do it. That's fun.
There's more to life than winning. Do you want me to plug in a microphone for you? I have one in the little pouch if you want to pull it out and plug it in. You're welcome to it. At least Armour with the underhand. No, that might be what they need to hear. Service from the back line. Barnett receiving that one. Osterling with that secondary and the finalization. Waters over the shoulder. Controlled by Elisa, finding Katrina. Thrown near her far side. Martha there with the slap up and across. Kept the line from the back line. Haney able to find Alyssa throwing short side. Cooper there with a slap up and across. Was over the line, but let go. We're going to play on. Katrina with a touch. Martha with the one-armed fist on the left hand. Alyssa able to find Cooper. Slapped up and across. A little too far, and the Panthers will pick up the point. How do you like them apples?
No, this team has a chance to be the first team in Kansas history to go undefeated. Even our two best teams. Yeah.
Really? I guess that's right.
Because the first year we had the super team of Hannah, Laura, and Marie. We lost the war in that one game.
We did lose the war,
and then
didn't we?
The second year we lost to Meadville once.
That is true. Here, I'm getting you a microphone.
And then last year, we went undefeated in the regular season, but lost tournament.
Monica there with the attack. Goes off the fingertip of Caitlin Waters. Here's your first part. And here's the plug. You just plug it into the blue plug at the top of the front. Underhand service by Elisa, kept alive by Barnett into the netting. Cooper with a hand on it, but not enough to keep it up into the play. We had a 9-5 game. I can definitely hear that. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. And I need 5 for my scoreboard position.
It's 9-5, Panthers in the lead.
I got that one though.
Cooper not quite able to come up with that one upward as much as she did forward. Panthers up by 5, 10-5 the current score. Elisa with the underhanded service. Line drives, that one goes between the hands of Barnett and out of bounds.
Smart. That was way out.
You're about as mean as Simeon, I'll give you that.
Runs in the family.
I mean, I try really hard to hold my tongue when it comes to most of those things, but you know, volleyball it's easy because I've never played the sport. Football, on the other hand, oh, it is so hard not to call the refs out.
It is one thing. I mean, I really stink at volleyball, so I shouldn't be that critical, but I still am.
I mean, you know, once you understand the fundamentals of volleyball, then you can start calling people out. But whenever it goes to like college league, where they have like their 4-man attacks and the feints and all that, that's whenever. As long as you understand what you're being critical about, you can be as critical as you want. But like,
One of my main problems when playing volleyball is it's so hard for me to concentrate on the game.
Yeah.
Because like, if you're in the back, you're back there for 4 or 5 volleys and never touch the ball. So I just start to think about stuff. Then the ball finally does come to me, and I don't realize till it hits me in the waist.
You're just not paying attention.
Nope.
And then,
zoned out.
yeah, it's like school.
Yep.
Caitlin with the attack. Monica receiving touch. Katrina able to find Juliana. Slap that one to the back line. Goes off Osterling. I'm going to say that one went off the tip, so it's a Panther point. Ellie Hendricks comes back out and spotted a libero, Kami Coleman. Martha Dupuis sending it up and over. Osterling diving play on the one knee. That'll land out of bounds. In that scenario, if Barnett hit that back to her own side and then they returned it with that third touch, it would have been perfectly fine. You're allowed to cross the line and return the ball as long as it's not.
That was nice.
As long as she wouldn't have hit it over the net, that would have been a fine play. That's one of the rules that I've read into.
Yeah.
It was very bizarre. It's a nice piece of trivia. But it's made for like a very,
Bit of miscommunication there.
just a tad. Panthers up by 10. Timeout by First Baptist. So this gives us a little bit more opportunity to do a bit of color commentary. Oh, I didn't change that. We're just gonna leave that blank then. All right. So like if you're, it's a very specific rule. Like if you hit the ball across, but it's out of bounds, like even if it's just, as long as it's not in between the candy canes and it goes across the netting, you can still with your second hit return it outside of the candy canes to your own side, and then return it with that third touch, and that's perfectly legal. That's such an oddly specific rule, because if it's your second touch and you hit it out of bounds and your third touch is hitting it back, you can't do anything with that.
Yes.
You only get 3.
Has to be perfect. Can you go under the net, or do you have to go around the poles to get to the ball?
You got to go out and around, because if you step across the line, that's a violation.
But what if you go under the net outside of the volleyball line, because it's not as wide as the pole?
I think it's, as long as you don't step on their side of the court, I think it's all right. Because in college league, that's why they have the dashed lines continuing.
Yeah.
But it might be a different rule set in college league and professional. I can't remember what the professional league is considered, because I don't watch it, because they don't have any commentators that are, even close to being interesting.
True.
Now that's going to get pulled up whenever I apply for a job in that league, and I won't get it. I just watch, it's going to happen. I haven't done play-by-play this whole second game. Service by Martha, kept alive from the back line. Cooper able to find Alyssa, bumped up far side. Barnett there with a hit, but that wasn't the right call. That wasn't right at all.
What?
But
I didn't see.
they're calling number 13, Stayla Barnett, stepping over the line, but I think she kept her toe on it. But I mean, the rule is a rule. And what is called is called. Service by Martha into the back line. Osterling getting a hand on that one. Secondary by Alyssa. Throws this one far side. Barnett there with a set up and a cross. Controlled by Katrina. Finding its way to Juliana. Turned back to Katrina. Near side. Slapped into the netting and unreturned. Well, an eye for an eye,
True.
Except when it came to the BBCA football game. I'm not salty about that.
Yeah, of course not.
Ooh. Armour letting that one go, and that's a service ace for Caitlin Waters, number 1 in the Eagles jersey. At a 10-point difference, Panthers in lead here in game 2. Service up and over, kept alive by Martha, able to find Juliana, throwing this one near side, where it'll be slapped over by Henricks with a nice form to that. Alyssa throws this one far side, Barnett slaps this one up in a cross-diving play by Armour, gets that one to the middle. Juliana able to inbounds is the call. Oh my goodness. Katrina Eisler with the successful attack. I don't know, I blinked. I really can't have an opinion on that play.
I thought it was out, but I mean, I'm over here, he's over there, so.
True. It's his job, not mine. That's why I try not to talk about the refs' good calls or bad calls, because it's not really my job.
Well, when you have video evidence.
Well, I'm not talking about the football game. I'm past that right now.
Oh, I don't know that I'll ever be past that game.
There were a lot of bad not calls. I think the Titus one was all right, but there's a lot of iffy situations in that football game. Reap here with a very close bump over the shoulder, but is not enough to get that one past the netting. Panthers at 23, Eagles at 9. Service up and over from the back line. Cooper hits the light with that one, diving for that one. Alyssa not quite able to grab it from the misdirection. And the Panthers looking at match point with a hefty lead.
It's been a while since I've seen one hit our roof.
Yeah.
It's not very common.
Well, normally, like all the teams that we play, their roofs are vastly shorter. Like we're the roof.
Good.
Like for the Bethel Warriors, we are at where the roof would be.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's not bad for basketball, but like when it comes to volleyball, you need that extra space. Mount Carmel's a good gym. I think Mount Carmel has the tallest ceiling in this whole league. But that's going to do it for game 2. Panthers take the lead 25-10, and we'll move into a 3-minute intermission, and we'll be back.
That's 2, right?
Yeah. One thing I do have, you can hear me.
They probably can.
And we're looking at match point 24-16. This is why I don't talk during services. That's why it's awkwardly quiet whenever somebody's up, because I don't want to say anything, because that makes people nervous.
Yeah. That ain't good. Yes. Okay. Have to give me one of those.
Addison Bailey on for Ellie Henricks. Barnett getting a hand on that one. Cooper able to get a touch on it, but not able to return that to the Panther side. That'll be the end of this series. I didn't do much to play-by-play, but the end of the 3rd game is 25-16. Panthers taking home all 3 games. And we're going to wait and see what happens. If we play another one, we will convey that your way. I mean, streaming it might not be the best option because the bit rate is literally everywhere. But, you know, it is what it is.
Series, old system, okay.
Yeah, we're ready to rock.
It's time for me to mess up the scoreboard once more.
After this game's over, I'm just gonna, I'll just edit it here, because we're probably gonna play volleyball after this.
Yeah, probably.
And so I'll edit the footage here, and then I'll just upload it while we play.
Is today Friday?
It is. Seth's haunted house thing is tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what he's expecting to happen, but he said to just dress in dark colors and don't tell anyone about it. So, whoops.
Guess YouTube knows.
No, it's not good enough to actually be viewable. The connection's actually not too bad. Cooper
The
able
best
to.
I've seen it.
Cammie's no longer a libero. She's playing outside hitter for this game 3. Maria getting a hand on that one, not able to grab that one back into the field of play.
I like play a field.
Play of field. It's the same words, it's just different order.
It means the same thing
Yeah.
in the end.
Technicalities are just a technicality.
Yep.
I want a t-shirt. Alyssa with the service goes off the hands of Ellie Hendricks and past Martha Depew. That'll be the Eagles' first. I think this is their first lead in the series.
Titus, I don't like.
Service up and over goes off Martha out of bounds. We got a 3-1 game on our hands in favor of the Eagles.
He's making me hungry.
Oh, does he have a pretzel?
No, he's a burger and fries.
We sell burgers here?
I guess. Titus, is that a burger?
Amy Coleman here serving this one up. Substitution outside of the play because Cassandra Eisler goes onto the bench, and taking her spot on the front line is Juliana Toth. Cooper able to find this one for it. Alyssa able to throw this one far side. Cassie Reap with the tip over top the netting. Katrina with the first touch. Secondary dumped off by Monica Depew. Alyssa able to throw this one far side. Barnett there slaps this one to the Panther side. Kept alive by Toth. I think them changing positions is throwing me off. Because at this point in time, I think that's Elisa at the setting position.
Yeah.
I mean,
when they do it for... She's been setter for, what, 2 years now?
I think 2 or 3.
I know she was JV setter 3 years ago. But I know she's been setter for 2.
Yeah.
For varsity, definitely. If not 3. I can't remember.
Carry called on the Panthers. That'll be an Eagle point. Nonetheless, it wasn't returned, so the outcome the same. Service by Barnett down the middle. Martha getting a hand on that one. Monica able to throw this one near side. Juliana Toth there setting that one up and over. Diving play by Cooper. Returns to the Panther side. Lands in bounds, if you can believe that. Eagles now up 5-3.
I didn't think she'd be able to recover from that tip.
Very sticky situation. Juliana with a nice set over top. Maria able to find Alyssa over to Cooper, slapped into the back line. Martha receiving that one. Monica able to send that one back to the Eagle side. Cooper getting a hand on that one last second, able to find Caitlin back over to Cooper. That'll clear the netting and is out of bounds by a decent amount. Kami Coleman letting that one go, and the Panthers are down by 1. I don't say that too often.
No.
Unless it was last night. But that's a different story. Let's forget about that.
Yeah.
Service by Monica Depew, kept alive by Cooper into the front line. Alyssa there able to throw that one far side. Haney there with a slap up in the top, past the block of Hendricks. Hendricks with that set, secondary, and the third and final touch, inbounds by Juliana Toth. I don't think that's where she was aiming, but that's where it landed.
Yes, sir.
Panthers tying this one up 5-5. Service up and over by Monica Depew. Barnett able to find this one forward to the Panther side. Diving for that one. Katrina Eisler not quite ready for that one. And so we have a 6-5 game. Eagles taking back that lead. I think the only sport we ever have, like, arguments over is football. I don't think there's ever one time. No, basketball. But that's
oh, yeah.
That's a different story.
I argue a lot in basketball.
Volleyball is the only sport we haven't had, like, coaches argue yet.
Very true.
Which is wild to me.
Or players.
Yeah, well.
How can volleyball players be so perfect? You're not supposed to be. Stop it.
No, this is just what we see on the court. I'm sure there's something behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say that. That's something that could be brought up later on.
I mean, see, like, you have them, which high five when they mess up and give each other hugs and a really nice to the other team. And then you have me, who normally fouls out or gets thrown out.
Yeah, but that's fine because it is.
It's guys.
Yeah. If John Braun can do it, so can I. Katrina Eisler service to the back line goes off the hand of Casarip into the backboard. Out of bounds is the call. That's another thing that's different between place to place and referee to referee, because that's a gray area in the rule book, is what happens after it hits the backboard.
Yep.
A lot of places call it dead, and a lot of places just call for a redo. And some places call it like it's the ceiling where you just play on, which is wild.
Say again, I didn't hear you.
There's some places, like we used to play FCA.
Yeah.
Whenever that ball hit the backboard, it was just play on. It was like, they called it like the ceiling. I think that's a forfeit of a point. Panthers were substituting. I don't know if it's a forfeit or just a redo. There was no whistle before the service, but we're going to play on 8-8.
I was very confused when she caught the ball.
But, yeah, that was interesting. Panthers nonetheless get the point. Cassandra comes on and spotted Giuliani to play the back line. Panthers using the full extent of their bench with the inclusion of this game. Cammy able to find Ellie. Back over to Cammy. Cammy slaps this one up and across. Kept alive, diving. Haney able to find its way forward. Cooper slaps this up, but not over. Osterling trying to get underneath it, but not able to do so. Panthers up by 2 here in Game 3. Panthers win this one. We'll call that one down, and we'll go home. But if the Eagles are able to bring this one back, we'll play a Game 4. Haney getting a hand on that one, but not able to get that one upward.
Like, I don't understand how the volleyball team is so energetic after a game either. Like, do they not get tired? After a football game, I'm like, man, run a lot, run into a lot of people. I'm dead. It's bedtime. They're like still talking at 110 decibels.
Well, imagine if basketball was played like football, where you run for a play and then you take like a 3-minute break. Well, I guess it's a 30-second break. Then you run a play, then you play 30 seconds.
That'd honestly be nice because you run a lot in basketball.
I mean, that's essentially what volleyball is because they take a break after every play. That's only 8 seconds to 10 seconds, but still.
True.
Because there is a serve. Both teams caught in the net, so she's calling for a redo. No points awarded, no points taken away. So it is an Eagle service. Sam Cooper will be the one to do so. What was I saying?
Everybody had their hand in the cookie jar there.
Oh, yeah. Everyone wanted a piece. Everyone wanted a slice of pie. Hendricks far side. Armour able to slap that one up and across passes of Josie Osterling, and that will be a Panther point, making it a total of 13. So that might be why they're so energetic, because there is a serve clock. I don't remember if it's 25 or what it is, but you have to serve it within a certain amount of time after the whistle's blown.
Yeah.
I feel like
and they don't have to move around near as much.
Yeah. I think that was a carry on Hendricks, but nothing called. But the outcome would have been the same. Eagle point in the end of the day, making it their 10th tally of Game 3. Service by Caitlin Waters up and over, getting a hand on that one. Hendricks able to find Monica.
That one had some mustard on it.
I can't figure out what the Depew's names are for the life of me. I've never been able to.
Monica's playing right now.
Yeah.
So.
But my mind went to Maria.
Monica. Huh?
My mind went to Maria because they have a Maria.
Yeah.
So that name's fresh in my mind. This is wild. Elisa able to get that one up and over, kept alive by Maria, able to find its way to Alyssa, throwing to Barnett, slapped up and across from the back line. Izzy getting a hand on that one. Elisa able to throw that one over the shoulder from the back line. Maria able to find its way to Caitlin, throwing into the middle. Cassie there, not able to get that bump over top the netting, and that will be a Panther point, making their lead a total of 2. As long as I get in the zone, I'm fine.
Yep.
So whenever I zone out, bad things happen.
Yes, sir.
Cooper getting a hit on that one. Cassie Reap throws this one back into the middle. Cassie there, or Sam there, sending that one up and over. Coleman able to find Monica, back over to Coleman, slapped up and across. Diving play by Cooper keeps it alive. Diving play by Waters, not quite able to get that one back into the fray, and that will be a Panther point from the unreturned ball. Panthers at 15, Eagles at 12. Martha Depew able to send this one up and over. Cooper getting a hit on that one. Maria with that secondary in the finalization by, I believe that was Barnett. Hendricks with the first. Monica able to throw this one near side. Izzy not quite able to slap that one firm enough up and over. And we have a 2-point differential once again. I think this is Izzy's debut on the varsity court. I'm not entirely sure.
I missed most of the season at work. So this is only like the 3rd volleyball game I've watched.
True. Cami Coleman tried to hit that one with her foot, but lucky for her, no contact was made and it landed out. So
that and 13 got called for in the net, I think.
I don't know about that one.
What happened?
The ball was, I thought it landed out, but they're called. Both referees agree, so it's called in, so it'll be a Panther point.
I did not see it. I know with Cammy, it's normally close.
Izzy there getting that one up and over. Cooper with the receiving touch, able to find Alyssa. Thrown far side to Barnett, slapped up and across, kept alive from the back line. Martha to Monica, thrown near side. Toth there with the service up and over, diving play by Barnett, able to find, well, Alyssa with that secondary. And I think that might have been the rotten egg in the basket. Like that one? Came up with that on the spot.
Nice.
It doesn't apply anywhere except, as an analogy.
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, we'll move on. Diving play by Maria, returns to the Panthers side. Toth over to Monica. Izzy there, slaps it on top of the netting. I don't know how that's possible, but you saw it here first. Martha to Monica. Sends it near side. Toth slaps this one up and across, goes off of Cooper with the first touch, secondary by Maria, and then the third, the only man that's reliable out there on the court is the floor. I don't know if man's the right word for that, because there's not a single guy out there.
True.
But here we are. Coleman with a nice service, out of bounds by 3 inches. 2 inches. It's 2.5.
Inches.
We'll just call it between 2.5. We'll compromise. Coleman there receiving the service from Barnett, able to find Izzy, then to Toth to finish that one off. Barnett from the back line finds Alyssa, throws it into the middle. Cooper there to finish that one off. Martha able to find its way to Monica, throws this one far side. Izzy there with that slap up and a cross-diving play off of Maria and out of bounds. Panthers having a 6-point lead here in game number 3. It is a 20-14 game. I wonder if these two teams are going to do what we did in the away game, where if the Panthers swept, we just played a game 4 because we wanted to.
I don't know.
Because if that's the case, we might as well record it. Because that's just the bonus round. It's like Double Jeopardy.
Yep. I love that show.
I despise that show because it makes me feel stupid. Every bone in my body will contract at the same time at that word.
Yeah, I thought I knew things till I watched that show. But then again, the first time I watched it was when they had the 3 all-time greats.
Yeah. Oh, it was like the championship series, kind of.
Yeah, the 3 most winningest people ever on.
That is an odd title to have, the most winningest.
Yeah.
Ooh, almost. Maria Haney not able to find the blue side.
Ken Jennings comes out on top. Okay, that guy's just ridiculous, though. How can you know that much stuff?
Jennings?
Yes.
I have no idea. It's like he spends his life like he's committed to just reading the back of the cereal box.
Yeah.
Some people just have that photographic memory, I guess. I don't know. That's the way I used to be, and then I stopped caring.
Yeah.
Cassie Rapier with the service. Panthers up 22-15. Izzy with the first touch, able to find its way forward. Henrik's able to throw that one up and across.
That sounded like jammed fingers.
Oh, yeah. Monica receiving that one and throwing it back to the blue side of the court. Well, I can't really say that now, can I? Monica throws it up. Henrik's able to throw that over to the Eagles' paint, and that will find nothing but free real estate. Substitution for the Slippery Rock Panthers. Martha DePue goes onto the bench. Elisa Armour comes out to play the front line. And here's Izzy Filson with the service.
I have
I
no
feel like
idea.
it's Filson. That one's just a tad out of bounds. Panthers remain at 23, 2 points away from closing out the series. And the Eagles at 16. So with my headset on, the only thing I hear is my own audio and Elijah. So I don't know how loud I'm being and how much the actual players can hear what I'm saying up here.
You sound like you're talking in your normal voice to me.
Yeah. And after I said that, a bunch of people looked up at me, so I feel like they can hear me.
They probably can.
And just looking at match point 24-16. This is why I don't talk during services. That's why it's awkwardly quiet whenever somebody's up. Because I don't want to say anything because that makes people nervous.
Yeah.
Hey, Caleb, is that any good? Yes. Okay. You'll have to get me one of those.
Addison Bailey on for
Chalky.
Ellie Henricks. Barnett getting a hand on that one. Cooper able to get a touch on it, but not able to return that to the Panther side. That'll be the end of this series. I didn't do much to play-by-play, but the end of the third game is 25-16. Panthers taking home all 3 games. And we're going to wait and see what happens. If we play another one, we will convey that your way. I mean, streaming it might not be the best option because the bit rate is literally everywhere. But, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it was what it is.
So, thank you for tuning in. I'm Gabriel Eisler here, joined with,
Elijah Toth.
and, yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time here on the Slippery Rock Sports Network.
Adios and peace out.
All right, they're going to play another one, so we're going to record it because why not?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hop down, grab an option. Do you want anything?
No, I'm good.
Need an extension ladder.
So we're going to go into a bonus game. I don't know. I think Isaac Hendricks will be the one refereeing this one this time around. But, yeah. We'll see what happens. Maybe. See, all the Eagles are getting undressed, so I don't know if we're actually going to play it or not. But I take that back. They're not going to play the bonus game, so there is no double jeopardy. So this is all she wrote. I'm sorry that the quality of stream is probably the worst thing you've ever seen. You could have probably smeared peanut butter on the front of your windshield and try to wipe it off with sandpaper, and it would have probably been better quality and more clear than this stream was. But this is something beyond my control. I have no way of affecting what the connection is. That's on Armstrong's side. So, yeah. If you're watching this in the aftermath, thank you for tuning in. But if you're watching this live, I feel sorry for you. But yeah, I will edit this while I'm here, and hopefully I'll upload this decently quick. But yeah, thank you for tuning in at the Slippery Rock Sports Network. I'm Gabriel Eisler, and hopefully we will see you next time.